Welcome to Yoga with Gina, a little tummy and core strength sequence. Starting off on hands and knees, sitting back on the heels in modified child balasana. Relaxing down and taking a few breaths, resting your elbows into the mat. You can focus the mind on breathing away any tension, just a few breaths. Let's come up now and start to sit on our bottom. Lengthen both legs out ahead and ready for our first posture, which is upward plank. Taking both hands behind you, fingers pointing towards the buttocks and hands shoulder width apart. Hands a fair way back, a good foot distance from your buttocks. Digging the heels in, bringing the big toe joints together and legs together. Focusing the mind into the breath, taking a long inhale breath. As you exhale, start to draw the tummy in and lift the hips into upward plank. Engage the buttocks, thighs, and keep the head forward for this round. So try not to use your willpower here. I know that sounds a strange thing to say, but allow yourself to drift into this pose without creating additional tension in the body. Coming down with the buttocks, inhaling the arms forward and coming into a counter pose, which is just a forward bend, relaxing the belly muscles, letting the hamstrings stretch. Once more, taking the hands back. Preparing for this posture is all important. Hands down, shoulders back, dig in with the heels, and as you breathe out, lift the hips, draw the belly muscles in and engage the pelvic floor, and this time allow the head to drop back. Very softly with the neck. If you've got a dodgy neck, please keep your head facing forward. It's just allowing the neck bones, which is quite strong, to just soften backwards. Coming down once more, inhaling the arms forward, coming into a forward bend as a counter posture. Keeping the big toe joints and the heels together. Let's go in for a third round. Nice long back. Take the arms behind you, fingers facing forward. Position the hands good shoulder width apart. Take a breath in and as you exhale, lift into upward plank, softly allowing the head to fall backwards. Really is strong on the tummy, and also for me very important, drawing up the pelvic floor. Mula bandha, that is really, the pelvic floor is like a diaphragm of muscles that we use to support the core and the low back. Once more, a couple of breaths in a forward bend, and then come to lie on your back. Legs and knees into the body, just briefly before we unravel the legs straight. Big toe joints, heels together, stretching the hamstrings, and then take the fingers behind the head, linking the hands. We're going to do some tummy crunches here, but really doing one long one as you lift the head. Engage the belly muscles and lift the chin towards your big toes, looking upwards towards your feet, and hold here for 10 full breaths. Really sense that the tummy muscles are drawn downwards towards your spine, bracing from left to right, top to bottom. Have an awareness on sucking in the tummy and also engaging Mula bandha, so that's the pelvic floor. It's really a plethora of muscles in the pelvic floor, which is like a diaphragm in the lower part of the body. And engaging the tummy and the pelvic floor. Stay up for 10 breaths. When you've done 10 breaths, let the heels drop to the buttocks. Rest here for a moment. Always good to rest. I love the analogy that resting is the nemesis to efforting. I always like to effort then rest, effort then rest. Now let's come up to sitting to prepare for Navasana, boat pose. Sitting on your bottom. And with boat pose, it's a full stomach posture. So again, that sense of bracing the belly muscles. Sitting up nice and straight and taking the hands on the knees. When you're ready, start to find a balance point on the bottom and gaze straight ahead at a still point. Drishti focus, gaze ahead, a tiny point of focus. Take both hands underneath the back of the thighs. Start to lift the shins parallel with the floor. You can take the feet together or knees hip width. And when you're ready, release the hands from the body. Look straight ahead. Brace the belly, draw up the pelvic floor and breathe. Navasana is one of the major poses for the core muscles in yoga. 2 or 3 breaths. Softly come down, forward bend, stretch out ahead. Get a lovely counter pose to the effort. Now with Navasana, see if you can keep a long straight back. And really draw the tummy muscles in, top to bottom, left to right. And let's engage once more. Lifting the shins parallel to the floor and taking behind the thighs. And you can stay here if your tummy muscles are weak. Don't release the hands unless you're ready and you feel strong enough. Continue to breathe. Long breath in, long breath out. Try not to hold your breath. Breathing easy. Long straight back. Brace the belly. Engage pelvic floor. Keep the face soft. And then come down. Stretch out ahead, arms relax to the floor. Coming up and now turning once more onto your back, legs up in the air. And let's once more do a long tummy crunch. Hands behind the head, fingers linked, supporting the head, and when you're ready, take a breath in. As you exhale, start to lift the chin towards your big toes. Look up at the big toes. Keep your drishti focus towards your big toes. And breathe in and out for 10 breaths. And feel a sense of lifting and bracing those tummy muscles, top to bottom, left to right. And there's a strength in the core and also engaging Mula Bandha, so the pelvic floor muscle, very important to take care of the back and support the core in strength. Ten breaths. And then start to release the knees towards the chest. Take around the knees. Relax the tummy. Now as a little stretch out of our short 10-minute sequence, take the arms at shoulder height. Roll the knees down to one side. Turn the head, if you like, to the opposite way. Little twist, just to tone up the nervous system. Twisting out. Come back to the breath. Check in with your body just to check you feel okay. Draw the knees to the opposite side and the head to the opposite side. And really let the exhale breath be your surrender breath. And then return to the end of practice to Savasana, both legs out ahead. Relax the arms away from the body, palms facing up, and rest.